back with another vlog, and I just saw the Cleveland Browns knock off the New York Jets, and they clinched their second playoff appearance in 4 years. I gotta say, if Kevin Stefanski is not the coach of the year again, something's wrong. Something is so wrong. He has been by far the best head coach this team has had since Marty Schottenheimer in the 80s. No question, easily. Also, this is the first year ever since 1989 that the Browns are going to have a better record than the Steelers this season. Yes, that's right. The Browns are going to finish with a record of 11-5 or 11-6 or 12-5 even, which feels so weird to say because for most of my life the Browns were this horrible franchise. In fact, for a few years, on an 0-16 record, 1-15 the year prior, 3-13 the year prior to that, like for a whole decade plus, they were by far the worst franchise in the NFL. But a lot of things happen. Myles Garrett was drafted, Baker Mayfield and Denzel Ward, correct draft picks. They got their guy in Kevin Stefanski. They made the playoffs in 2020, beat the Steelers, barely lost to the Chiefs. A couple years of just missing out on a winning record. And this year, with the big Deshaun Watson contract, he plays all right. He gets injured along with Nick Chubb and a bunch of other players on the team. And when Joe Flacco's been playing well, weird because he's the fourth different starting quarterback this year. And here they are. Myles Garrett's like an MVP Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Kareem Hunt's been playing nice. Mari Cooper's been playing well. The whole defense, it's great. Jim Schwartz might be defensive assistant coach of the year potentially. Like, my God, this team looks legit. This team could honestly push for a Super Bowl. I think in the AFC, the Ravens, the Browns, and the Dolphins as my top teams, and maybe like a wild card I could see making there is the Bills in terms of like a legitimate Super Bowl threat, because the Chiefs have not looked as good. I think whoever comes out of the AFC South will probably be done in the first round or maybe the second. But the Browns, look, watch out. They are a team that looks really, really dangerous. I would not be entirely shocked if this team ends up in the AFC Championship game. I wouldn't entirely rule out a potential Super Bowl berth for this team because this team looks like it's one of destiny. It really does. And hey, if Joe Flacco, like if the Browns go to the Super Bowl, I mean, what are you gonna do with Deshaun Watson? You have that massive contract you still got to give him. It's all guaranteed. And Flacco's been playing well now, but he didn't play that great near the end of his time with the Ravens. He didn't do that good for the Broncos, and he was terrible with the Jets. He seemed to have found the fountain of youth with the Browns, with this team, this offensive weapons, the offensive line. But there's no guarantee it's going to be that way all the time for him. So let's see what happens. And if they do end up winning the Super Bowl, assuming they go far in the playoffs, and if the Browns win, I could see another like Eli Manning, Jim Plunkett situation where there's a lot of demand, but it could be pretty borderline. If Eli makes it, it could potentially open up, Flacco's discussion. But even then, I don't know if I could really see it if, well, Eli has to make it first, and then Flacco with the Browns need to win the Super Bowl, and Plunkett also needs considerable momentum as a senior. Plain and simple. That's how I think it's going to have to happen. But that's just my thoughts on the matter. We can't really think about it until we get to that point. We may be talking about him as a surefire Hall of Famer now, but we sure didn't think that way when he was with the Jets. So let's see what happens, guys. There's going to be more football for the Cleveland Browns beyond January 7th, 2024. Let's see what happens. And we have a whole more slew of football games coming up. So see you guys on Saturday. Peace out. Subscribe to Zenny62 Media for more videos like this.